All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Gems of War video. This video I have for you my strategy guide for Karakoth. Karakoth is one of the four kingdoms that I like to call the Magic Squared Kingdoms. These kingdoms use magic deeds and books to level up and give magic skill points in return. The other three are Blighted Lands, Darkstone, and Silverglade. Make sure you max out these kingdoms before leveling up the other magic kingdoms for the best stat boost for your account. You can work on these kingdoms in any order you want. However, while this kingdom currently has a lot of options available for troops, there are not a lot of extra weapons currently available. So if you intend to max out Karakoth now, you'll need all but one of the kingdom's weapons fully tempered. So while I will talk about prioritizing certain weapons in Karakoth, keep in mind that you may need almost all of them right now. So in this strategy guide, I'll focus on the troops available in Karakoth, including my ranked list of base mythic troops and equivalents that are currently available. I will also highlight the troops that are not available in the standard chest drop tables. I'll cover the weapons available in Soulforge during Karakoth Week, as well as the class weapon. And I'll also briefly review the Sorcerer Hero class and the current Karakoth pets. As usual, I start with the troops. As a reminder, you need 39 troops that you can unlock all traits for and get up to at least level 20. At least two of them must be base level mythic troops or equivalents. Karakoth has 45 total troops, so you should be okay to max this kingdom out without needing additional base level mythic troops. So we're going to start with Vashtagan, which is an interesting troop that requires a rather unique strategy. Vashtagan devours an ally and then summons a daemon. If the ally is devoured, meaning you did not try to do something like try to devour an ally that is immune to devour, Vashtagan would then deal true scatter damage boosted by its life at a 3-to-1 ratio. Considering Vashtagan inherits the life points of the ally it devoured, this can be a substantial amount of true scatter damage. Vashtagan also curses a random enemy when matching ground. The strategy behind this one is to set it as your first troop and then devour some fall guy on your team. Vashtagan would then resummon a daemon in its place, so unless it summons a daemon that is immune to devour, you can simply repeat this process. Next is Zul'Goth, but it might not be your second pick. Zul'Goth counts as a base level mythic troop, but is not available in the standard chest drop tables. Instead, you must craft him from the Soul Forge at the hefty price of 300 gems, 50,000 souls, and 8 orbs of power. That's 8 orbs of power. Zul'Goth insta-kills an enemy, burns and freezes the remaining enemies, and creates 12 skulls. Zul'Goth also gains 5 to all skill points when matching skulls. The way to play Zul'Goth is to put it in the second position behind a troop or the hero holding a weapon that does not mana block. From there, you can Death Star the enemies to your heart's content as long as they're not immune to fatal damage. As far as the 4 troops that require 8 orbs of power to summon, I'd put Zul'Goth at a joint second place along with Sitharax. The decision to summon Zul'Goth or not depends on the price you choose to power up Karakoth. If you summon Zul'Goth, you can then reserve your diamonds for other base level mythic troop needs. However, it will feel like overpaying if Zul'Goth is just going to sit in your collection after being summoned. If you opt out of summoning Zul'Goth, then either Deathlock Treelack or the Elder Dragon are both equally viable troops. You would need one, but not both. Aside from Zul'Goth, Karakoth currently has 6 additional troops that are not available in the standard chest drop tables. The 5 Dirgaroth troops can only be pulled from their faction's portal, and the Slime Dragon is a former PvP reward-based legendary troop and can only be crafted from the Soul Forge when it comes around in the Soul Forge rotation. As for the weapons, remember what I said about the weapons earlier, but we're going to start with the Doomed Cauldron, which gives life to all allies, 4 mana to your hero, 5 mana to all other allies, and 2 magic to all allies for each purple enemy. This is an interesting class of weapons, and while I often do not recommend doomed weapons with these spells, this one has a very interesting synergy with Vashtagon. The life points that it gives will cause Vashtagon to deal more true scatter damage, while also not using one of the 3 mana colors that Vashtagon uses. So especially if you have Vashtagon unlocked, I suggest crafting and tempering this weapon. The class weapon for Karakoth is the Daemonomicon. Weapon summons a daemon and maybe a closet. It also gains 4 mana after casting. And that's about it. Dirgaroth's weapon is Memories of Stone and can only be crafted during Dirgaroth faction assaults. This weapon drains all enemy mana by 2, boosts by stone blocks at a 1-to-1 ratio, and destroys a lot of gems of a chosen color. This weapon is good until you realize you should simply use Anu's Scepter instead, as it costs less to cast, is self-enchanting, and destroys all gems of a chosen color. But then again, only Memories of Stone can be used in Karakoth restricted teams, so keep that in mind. The most important legendary Karakoth weapon to obtain is the Old Magus' Staff, which explodes purple gems, grants a random stats effect to all Karakoth allies, and summons a Karakoth troop. Make sure you pick up this weapon during Karakoth week. Now we have the Sorcerer class. The first trait for the Sorcerer class gives you an additional purple mana for purple gem matches. And the third trait gives your hero a 50% chance to gain a magic skill point at the start of every turn. You can choose either a Dark Storm at champion level 20 or a Doom Storm at champion level 40. With a Dark Storm combined with a bonus purple mana link, this is a decent purple hero class. However, it is possible to get 3 bonus purple mana links from Archmage, which is likely to be your best purple mana hero class in the long run. We'll move on to pets, and as a reminder, you need 4 pets at level 20 and 1 additional pet at any level. Slime Ball is the Kingdom Boost pet. Get this one from Pet Rescue. Starry Slime Ball is the other Kingdom Boost pet and can only be obtained by completing epic trials during Karakoth week. Mephistopheles is the faction boost pet. You'll max out this pet automatically by obtaining the maximum renown in Dirgaroth. And now comes the hard one. C3 Rizik's Chalice boosts C3 Rizik's. And Trelak's Demon Spawn boosts Deathlock Trelak, which is one of the base level mythic troop options that I discussed previously. Islet boosts all mythic teams. Horror's Hound boosts Ancient Horror. Magitant boosts Daemon teams in Geheron. Geheron is one of the 3 PvP regions that will always have a mana color restriction, so the bonus is not likely to be valuable. Medea's minion boosts Medea, and she is a very flexible support troop for mystics and daemons. And Pudling grants Earth Gem Mastery up to 10 points, and the rest of the pets are cosmetic. Medea's value as a flexible support troop puts her pet in contention for the best 4th option. Islet's Mystic team bonus does come in handy and is a capable alternative. So chances are your 4th pet's going to be one of those 2. So let's review. Get Vashtagon and then any of the other base level mythic troops. For your second choice, craft Zul'Goth if you have orbs of power to spend, or one of the other 2 if you don't. Craft just about every Karakoth weapon that you can during Karakoth week. If the number of weapons increase as of this video, the highest priority weapons are the Doomed Cauldron, the Old Magus' Staff, and Memories of Stone. And keep in mind that Memories of Stone can only be crafted during the faction assault. You can get the Sorcerer's class to champion level 40 right away, and then to champion level 100 only when you need it for power 20. Max out the usual three pets and then either Medea's minion or island. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to this channel and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And in the comments below, let me know what you think of Karakoth, and I'll see you in the next video.